Hello, beautiful humans. On this August 8th, Lions Gate 8 at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I was going to walk down the boardwalk and get what we call here in Vermont a creamy, which is a maple soft serve ice cream. But then it started to rain. And so I was like, it's 8 and it's almost 8. Maybe I'll just do this instead. So you're getting a tuning. We're getting a tuning together instead of me getting an ice cream. So you can thank the weather for that. So, I'm not an astrologer. There's probably a whole bunch of people who are watching this who know a lot more about the Lion's Gate than I do. I'm not going to fill you in on the technicalities of the position of the stars. But a lot of us kind of have a vague understanding that there is something about this particular date of increased light coming in. And, my work is all about increasing the light coming in. So I thought we would just harness this little astrological moment and do a tuning together on bringing in more light. I'm sure we can all use that. So drop me a note in the chat where you're signing in from and how you're feeling. How are you feeling now? And then we'll check in later and see how you're feeling when we're done. I had to close my window because it's noisy. It's pretty hot. I'm probably going to end up sweating in this. So I'm going to take off my shirt. And let's get started. Let's not delay. I could sit here and chat all day, but I want to know. I see where you're coming from, but I want to know how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How's your day been? What's going on in your world? So I felt inspired to dig out some forks that I never play with. I've had so many prototypes made over the years, and I make them and I play with them, and then I put them aside and kind of forget about them. But this one, these were speaking to me, just like doing this tuning was speaking to me. So they are 222 hertz and 233 hertz. Make a binaural beat of 11 hertz. So we'll do a little playing around with some binaural beats because I think those are always fun for, just seeing what we notice. So let's see, having a hard time dealing with lots of grief. It's been a lot. Days are weird, sleepy, feeling great today, brokenhearted. This is day 3 of crying. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I hope that this can soothe a little bit. I know that last full moon was a bit of a doozy. I don't usually get affected by moons, but it seemed like there was a lot of moon stuff going on. And we have another full moon this month too, super moons. So emotions are running high. I did watch I watch on YouTube, and I'm so addicted to YouTube and videos. I have to say, I have a stack of books next to my bed, but I just can't seem to stop watching videos. There's so much great information out there. But anyway, this particular astrologer was saying that the month of August was going to be weird. Weird. So if it's a weird month for you, it's written in the stars. Lots of transitions. Denmark, Mexico. We got people from all over. Canada. I love it. All right. Okay, so I think we're going to tune. So let's just go. I'm going to start with the 144. Oh, I feel like the 144 and the 222 could be really interesting together. The 144 and the 233, that would make a 111 binaural beat. Yeah, so we've got some kind of neat things to play with. All right, so to get started, I would love for you to be able to just settle into wherever you are. Why don't you close your eyes and just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Just in this moment, how does your body feel? What kind of tension do you have? How's your breath doing? How much light is in your body at the moment? And so what I want you to do is I want you to start to bring your breath down into your belly. And then I want you to exhale down out your tailbone if you're sitting or if you're standing, down your legs and out your feet. And let's just take a few breaths together into the belly and down to the ground. And let each breath bring your breath deeper all the way down to your pelvic floor, really staying present with an awareness of your breath. You might take a few to really feel like you get all the way down into the pelvis. And then as you exhale, I want you to envision that you're growing roots with every exhalation, electromagnetic plasma tendrils that are connecting you, that are grounding you. And just really feel those tendrils, maybe even coming off the waist and going down, really rooting yourself really nicely. Mother Earth, electromagnetically. And use your breath like the wind, right? Don't just think about it. Like, I really want you to use your breath. I want you to get into your breath. Like, really almost fall in love with that exhalation, the inhalation, the exhalation. Like, how cool is it to have a body? How cool is it to be breathing, right? Even if you're feeling grief, even if you're feeling crappy, you're still here on this little adventure, right? And it's better to be feeling all the feels and be here than not. Yeah. Good. Just really feeling that ground. I feel like there's some of you that are still kind of drifting, that it's hard to get into your lower body. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the 144 and I'm actually going to go into this point that I don't work with a lot. So we're doing all these cool things today we don't usually do. But there's a point below your feet. It's about 5 feet below your feet. It's about 3 to 4 feet below what we call your earth star, the bottom of the tube of the central channel of your torus, this deep earth. And I'm going to get down and I'm going to activate that. And I want you to really envision that this sound is coming from deep below your feet and it's really moving up your legs. Okay. I really want to feel your legs. I want your consciousness to really be in your lower body. See if you can feel that. So now I want you to imagine that you're breathing from the bottom of your feet, right? That inhale is coming like up from the bottom of your feet. Maybe you can send it out the top of your head. Just really feeling the sense. Yeah, that's it. The sensation of this deep earth energy coming up into your body, breathing it up through the soles of your feet, and then exhaling up out the top of your head. Like, drink it up like you're a straw, like you're like thirsty sponge. Like, really just feel the power that is in this deep earth energy, and just bring it up into every molecule in your body. And notice whatever emotions might come up with it. Like, I'm feeling a little anxiety, a little fear, a little upset, a little shakiness. Right? There's some uncomfortable stuff there. That's why you don't go there, is because you don't like the way it feels when you get deep down into your body, right? But we're going to breathe like a boss through that. Just put all that aside. All those stories, I'm just did that, forget about that. Just be a tube. Be a tube that's sucking in, earth energy. Just suck it up. Good. And maybe make some sound or some movement if you feel like you want to. All right. I feel these sounds coming up in some of you, and maybe you're holding them in, but I really want to invite you. Like, is there some kind of wacky, uncomfortable, ugly sound that maybe relates to some of that discomfort that you weren't letting yourself feel? And can you express it? Can you express it? Right? A lot more energy moving now. Good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to grab the 233 now, and I'm going to come up, and I'm going to come up to what we call the high sky point, which is like this sort of corresponding next level up. That's really bringing in this galactic energy. We talk about solar energy and the sun star, but this kind of goes a level up, like into the heavenly bodies, which is the energy we really want to be attuned to, right? But in order to bring in this energy of the heavenly bodies, we need to bring in this energy of the deep earth to support it. So now I want you to imagine you have a sunroof on the top of your head. I'm going to slide it open, and I want you to envision that I'm up like maybe 5 or 6 feet above your head. It's raining down the starlight that just wants to come into your body, down your central channel. This works a little funny. And I've noticed this is catching in some people's hearts. There's a little bit of not worthy or a closedness. It's going into your thinking mind instead of your feeling imagination. So I really want you to come back to your feeling imagination. Notice any stories, any added diction of noise or whatever. Just push that aside and be like a really good imaginer and really see and feel and sense this energy of the stars coming in. Just wrap around the heart, soothe it, wrap it in a little sparkly blanket of love, of cosmic understanding, right? Of beyond time and space, like the tiny micro blip of whatever it is that we are suffering from in this moment when met with this beautiful, just big sense of time. Right, all our little cares just kind of melt. Seeing the Milky Way. Good. Okay, so we're going to do just a little more of that, but now I'm going to switch. We're going to do the same spot, but we're going to listen to the 222 and see how that feels. Ooh. Right, so this is really interesting to me. This almost feels like a blending of what we were bringing up and what we're bringing down. So see if you can get a sense of that blending energy of the descending current, like the high descending current and the low ascending current. And see if you can feel them weaving together. Where do they land? How does it feel in your body? Let the sound take you on a little journey inside. So as that begins to blend in us, I'm feeling the downward current, I'm feeling the upward current, I'm feeling this blending taking place. So now we're going to do a few binaural beats. So we use a couple of the forks, and let's just see how these want to work as we go. So we're going to create a binaural beat of 111 hertz, which is the 144 and the 233. Never been done before by me. So this is kind of exciting. Your feedback is really important. Notice how this makes you feel. Maybe drop a note if you want to. So what I'm noticing is that the first one was really full of static. It's like, what? We're all our brains are like, what? We never heard that before. And so it seems to be going to work on clearing a particular level of static that we haven't worked on before. So I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to switch up the sides. Yeah, this feels like a cosmic attunement to me. So I almost feel it working on the pineal gland. There's almost a sense of like antennas are growing out of the head. There's definitely more of a connection to the Milky Way. I really feel that. You know, our ancestors are so much more connected to the stars, right? Some of the videos that I've been watching are about Peru and about ancient Incans because I'm going to Peru in December with the Shift Network. There's still some seats left, and just getting an understanding of how ancient civilizations just paid such close attention to stars, and we've really lost it in our light polluted world. So this is going to help just attune you, I think. I'm hearing to your cosmic brothers and sisters. I don't really know what that means. You know, I like to keep things kind of down to earth, but right, this feels good. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to do it for, I don't know, a little bit longer. Okay, so that was 111 hertz binaural beat. Now let's try 11 hertz binaural beat and see what that does. I'm doing the 1-1s on the 8-8. Whoa. How to make it louder. I've got my gain turned up all the way. So this is the 222 and the 233. So that's a binaural beat of 11 hertz, which is really interesting. And again, I want you to feel it, see what you notice, see how it's different than the last ones that we did. And remember too that it's not just about the sound coming through, right? It's the energy. Like I'm imagining your head, this is like on either side of your ears. Don't get as caught up in like, it's not as loud as I want it to be, but really just tuning to the energy of what's going on as well. Ha. Ha. That's making me feel like I need to like run around and kind of what that's making me feel. So how did that set make you feel? What are you noticing about that particular 11 hertz binaural beat? And now I'm feeling, just for the sake of play, that we'll try the 222 with the 144. So that's a binaural beat of 122. Okay, so we'll see how that feels. Yeah. Somebody's saying the 222 and the 144 feels more stabilizing. I agree. I like this one the best. Like it does. It feels stabilizing. It feels pleasing to me. Like of all the three that we've done, I like this one the best. Let's switch sides. I like this one. So what I'm noticing is this tension that I kind of was feeling sort of in through here is starting to drop out. And I'm feeling like I can get more into my body and sort of spread out into it more. I'm even noticing that my voice just feels a little deeper and a little more resonant from using this pair. So I saw somebody say that they really wanted a 222 hertz fork. I mean, maybe I'll add it to the lineup. I don't know. We'll see. I'm waiting for some brass prototypes that I ordered from my manufacturer months ago, but he's had some challenges getting them done. But, a lot of you know that I'm really into Tartaria and ancient architecture and ancient tech and things like that. And particularly intrigued by the Tartarian bells that were everywhere, the brass bells. And so it made me start wondering what I could accomplish with brass tuning forks. Like I'm going to carry bells around. So at some point I'll have those. When I get them, I'll come play with you guys and we'll see how it goes. But let's just do a couple more with this and then we're going to switch gears. So get it while you can. Yeah, I feel like we're just really filling up with earth energy, filling up with solar energy, filling up with cosmic energy, like in a really sort of firm and solid way. Like there's this sort of solidifying taking place, which I don't know that I would have expected that when we're trying to bring in galactic energy, but I guess we need to be a solid container in order to hold more light, right? The more sort of solid you are, the stronger of a container you can be. All right, last one. Okay, so now what I want to do is another 111 binaural beat. But this one's going to be different. Now, some of you may have heard this before. This is the forks that I do have, the 417 and the 528. So these also create a binaural beat of 111 hertz, but it's between two different frequencies. And I really don't think that all binaural beats are created equally, because I think we're going to notice that this is really different than the 222 and the I don't know, but the other 111 we listened to, the 144 and the 233, that was it. It's making me really hot and wiggly. Really bring the breath on down into the lower back ribs and especially the kidneys and adrenals. So this is sort of what's lighting up for me right now. And I want you to imagine your kidneys and your adrenals and bringing your breath and this sound down into them, energizing them, filling them up, sort of plumping them up with juicy life and resiliency. Oh, my goodness. And exhaling down in the ground. So play with your breath, breathing up from by the bottom of your feet, out through your head, in through your head, down at the bottom of your feet. So just play around with that. But I really want you to get a sense of the central channel moving. Feel that stabilization that we created around it. Good. Okay, so what I'm noticing, now that we took that breath, we grounded, we've created this solid space. Now I'm noticing us really filling up with light. So let's bring our attention just back up to the crown and this idea that we're connecting on that cosmic level. And we've kind of prepped the container to just bring in this light and just invite it in. Be a willing receptacle to receive more photons, more light, more energy, more inspiration, more juice, more God, whatever you want to call it, more life in you. Whoa, holy moly, I didn't hit it that hard. This is a 528 by itself. And see if you can feel how it spirals in. It doesn't really come straight down. Maybe there's an aspect of it that does, but then there's also this sort of spiraling aspect. And just say yes, right? Yes. And as you breathe it in, you breathe it into your central channel. You can kind of send it off down your arms, down your legs, down wherever it needs to go. Giving everything a little light boost, a little raise. Let that team inside know they're getting a raise. They're getting more resources. And let it expand into any place that's tight or sore or tense. Just drink it in like it's super delicious. Yummy. Shimmery. Nourishing. Illuminated. And I'm also feeling like you maybe need to make some sound. So whatever that sound wants to be, it doesn't have to be beautiful. It might even be coming from a tight place. Like somebody's you're trying to let light in, but I can't because my throat is too tight. Or wherever is feeling tight, can you make some kind of pinched, horrible sounding sound from that place that's tight? Just give it a chance to emote and to express, right? Tension is very often unexpressed sound. And so if you're struggling with something that's tense, can you emote? Can you vocalize it? Can you express? And it might come out in a yawn, or your eyes might leak, or you might burp. Or you might wiggle like I do. I can't really help it. Relax behind the eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the throat, shoulders. It's sort of a warm liquid light, so it's got this sort of relaxing feeling, like it's putting hot wax. Like, I think they do at spas. They put hot wax on your feet. Maybe something wants to loosen or shake and make some room inside. Relaxing your navel. Relax around your belly button. And can you relax your sphincter? It's kind of a place that sometimes we're subconsciously tense. So with this beautiful, warm, relaxing light, just relax the pelvis, the pelvic floor, any tension in the groin. And just let that all kind of soften and melt. Just let it feel with light. Without stories, without old patterns, without whatever. Just now, you in this moment, you and the light, just filling up and being together without, let it just push out the stories. Right? Let a new you come in. Isn't moving from these patterns of old tension, limitation, story, whatever, right? So done with all that stuff. Like, who is your superhero inside? And is it time for you to be that. I think so. Okay, I'm just going to do a few more. So just be present with the breath, the inner awareness, the light expanding, bubbling, moving through you. Really bring in, invite in as much of that cosmic light as you can. Just feel like, fill me up. As we pass through this portal, I'm going to drink it up like a thirsty plant. Maybe you got to growl, you got to roar. Anybody feel like roaring? Really embody that beautiful golden lion energy. Yeah, good. I hear you. I hear those roars, guys. Good job. Let's see a circle of roaring people. All right, last one. Good. All right. So if you want to, you can leave your little sunroof open for the rest of the day and just continue to invite that energy to whatever degree it wants to come in. If you feel like you're done and full, close it back up. It doesn't feel, I don't want mine closed. Put it back open again. All right. So check in with your body. See what you're noticing. Take a really good, nourishing breath. Really push it down into the ground. And maybe drop a note. Let us know how you're doing, what you're noticing, how you're feeling. Hit that thumbs up button if this was cool. Yeah, lots of unwinding. That was so activating. Feeling spicy. I'm feeling a little spicy too. Yeah, a little spicy. In a good way. Supercharged. Yeah, breaking through. Right. I mean, it seems to me like every astrological event I see, it always says the same thing. That there's a great opportunity to release and to start anew. Like, it seems like every astrological event has that kind of opportunity. I mean, I think that opportunity exists in every moment, regardless of what the alignment of the heavens are. But there is something about these kinds of particular portals that have a tradition or a history of people using them as opportunities to shift gears, to do something a little different, to manifest, whatever it is you want to manifest. But I hope whatever it is that you want to shift gears into or manifest is a more awesome, amazing version of you. And don't let thoughts or self-sabotage or not worthy or get in the way of you just like stepping into the awesomeness that you are. Be willing to take risks. You don't really get anywhere without risks. And the things that are really exciting and worthwhile are very often terrifying and difficult. And that's okay. Right? Because when you accomplish those things that are terrifying and difficult, then you really have a sense of accomplishment. So don't shy away from risk taking. Don't think because it's ridiculously hard, you shouldn't do it. If it's something you're being guided to, expect that it'll be hard. And that's okay. Right? That's how we grow. That's how we grow. I feel like drumming. Just grab my drum. I didn't realize how dense I felt until it lifted, feeling all that light going down my body. Wonderful surprise. 222 is not it. As I explained earlier, the 222 is a prototype that I invented a couple of years ago, and I just don't use it, and I never put it into production. But we had fun with it tonight, and we really liked it with the 144 we discovered. So that is something that might make me want to introduce it because it's I don't have a ton of forks, and I try to vet them really well and make sure that they're useful and that they're different from the other forks that we've got in the way that you feel them. Can't wait to hear about the brass. Me neither. I can't wait either. And I'll be sure to let you guys know so you get to have the experience of them. Lots of layers of wiggly vibrations flowing. Yeah. Yay. All right. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much to all of you who showed up at this very spontaneous tuning. Remember, this is something that you can come back to, right? If you feel like you need a dose of light, some energy, some different sounds, this is here now for you to make use of. So happy Lionsgate. I think I might go get that ice cream now because it stopped raining. So, all right, everybody, stay well. Take care. Oh, wait, let me just tell you one thing. I have a class coming up next week that is called An Electric Perspective on Women's Health. And it's about how I got through menopause through the lens of electric health with pretty relative ease. Never thought about hormones, never thought about balancing them. Got rid of my hot flashes by being grounded, by using the sonic slider. So if you are a woman or you are a man who loves a woman, you might want to check out and show up for this class. You can find it at biofieldtuningstore.com. And I look forward to seeing some of you there. I'll do a full hour tuning in that one. Okay. All right. Signing off.